All right, guys, we got my good buddy Devon on. He is the owner of DBJ Inspections. And man, I'm digging that beard, man. Where'd you get that beard from?
Man, I used to have this. I had this for the longest time. When Jax was born, I actually had this the first 2 years of his life. And when I decided to shave it off, he looked at me so funny, like, is that my daddy?
Who is that guy?
He looked at me like, that looks like my daddy, but I don't think so. And it's been gone for a while. I bring it back every now and then. And this is the first time I brought it back and kind of kept it back for a while. I'm probably going on 4 to 6 months with it. Just
Really?
trying to, I keep trimming it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I kind of missed my beard. It was the whole manly man CrossFit thing when I was competing in CrossFit. I had it for a long time and kind of missed it. Kind of getting back into working out and trying to work on myself a little bit. So I was like, I'm bringing my beard back.
Makes me stronger. Yeah, you're making me feel. I feel smaller than you. Like I got to get to the gym looking at your beard. Holy smokes! So, but let me start by saying this. I have used you guys on several, probably 10 in the last 6 months inspections. And, I think a lot of people know that when I pick people in this community, I try to pick the best. If you're not the best, I wouldn't say get rid of you, but I'm going to go find somebody else, right? I want the best for my clients. I have been so incredibly happy with you guys. And I knew that this is what needs to get done, right? According to the state. But you guys, I thought, did this. But I swear every time we do an inspection, I find out you guys do this. Because every time I have any problem, you're like, oh, yeah, we do this. And I'm like, you do that? How much is that? Oh, it's free. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I am so incredibly impressed by what it is that you guys do. And listen, now we're going to talk about like the tangible things that a client gets. Like you can't really BS those things. But when it comes to customer service, anybody can say you've got great customer service. And really, it's only as good as my word, right? But I can tell you, the customer service that you guys have, this is an extreme compliment to you, to your wife, to Chris, to your inspectors. I felt immediately like you guys were family, man. You guys, I text all of you, I call all of you. You're immediately helping me. I'm sure I'm a pain in the butt sometimes at 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday, and you guys just respond, man. And it's not for me, it's for my clients, and they appreciate it. So I just want to say thank you.
Oh, no problem, bro. Yeah, I mean, we really try to we try to keep everything like family in our business. I was in corporate America for a while, and a lot of places I worked, I felt like I was just a number. And I try to treat those people's clients like family.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd go into a house wherever I was working, and these people would hate the company I worked for. And then when I left, because I was that face and I made them feel like family, they loved the company. So when I started my own business, I said I was never going to make it like a big corporation. It was going to be family. So we try to do our best with customer service, from the first phone call or the first email to our scheduling emails that go out with our confirmations and our reminders, and what we do on site, how we talk to people, how we follow up with people after, if they call us, they have any questions. Our post inspection warranty package that we provide. I mean, everything we do is about customer service for our clients. We're really trying to provide an experience and not just a job for our people. And when I say our people, I mean our customers, our agents, everybody. We're trying to provide a great experience for all of you.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I mean, I'll just give you an example, and I don't know how many people do this, so maybe I'm bragging about something that a lot of people do, but I felt like this was so unique. We had a situation where I literally had a buyer come through on an inspection, and they had 13 things that they wanted fixed, right? Which, okay, cool. So we got that negotiated. The buyer said, yeah, the seller said, yeah, okay, cool. And you guys had already done the inspection. That's where we got the list of 13 from, right? So the seller went to work on all those 13 things. And part of the negotiation was we were going to pay for the, and I said this before I even talked to you guys. I said we would pay for the reinspect, but the second reinspect, if they didn't get it together on the first time, they had to pay for every other reinspect. I called you guys and I said, all right, how much are we in for the second reinspect? Oh, it's free. Like, what do you mean it's free? Oh yeah, we do a free reinspect. I'm like, that's crazy. So you guys came out, did a reinspect. It was quick. And then they still didn't get 4 of those 13 done. So we had to do a second reinspect. Now, we didn't have to pay, so I didn't care. But I don't know if you want me releasing your prices, because I don't know if you gave me the Joe Rosen special or not. But I was like, holy smokes, this is cheap. It was amazing, man.
Well, yeah, no. So we technically don't have to reinspect anything. A lot of inspectors don't do reinspects, don't want to do reinspects. We include one. Well, let me rephrase that. We include one reinspect for free. A lot of times we end up doing more than one, and I can't justify charging my buyer. It's not my buyer's fault if the seller didn't do it. Yeah. So if somebody can get the seller to pay for it, cool. But if not, whatever. You know, as long as the buyer and the agent are cool with us squeezing it in between inspections and, you know, around our other inspections, and we can just get out there, you can get us access. We don't mind re-inspecting for free and checking on the repairs. You know, we go that extra step, that, you know, we go that extra mile for the customer to make sure that everything's taken care of and that they're happy.
So give me what does the state of Florida make you do, and what do you guys go above and beyond in doing?
Okay, so the state of Florida standards of practice are very minimal in a lot of ways. So just to give a few examples, when you're going through a house, it says you only have to test a representative number of electrical outlets, a representative number of windows and doors. So that could be 1, 2, you know, that could be one outlet per room. Yeah. It's kind of vague, but it says representative number. So obviously, when we're going through a house, we're going to get everything that's accessible. So if it's an occupied house and there's furniture in the way, we're not allowed to move people's furniture or major appliances or anything like that, because if anything breaks, it's on us. You know, we can't take stuff apart. We're not allowed to do that. If something breaks, and certain things we're not allowed to take apart because only licensed people in that field can take that certain thing apart. So there's certain limitations, but everything that we can do that's accessible, we're testing it. So every accessible outlet, every accessible window, every accessible door, you know, in the state standards, we don't even have to test appliances. We test every appliance that's in the house. Yeah. So you are not required to test appliances, you know, kitchen appliances, laundry appliances, any of that stuff. We test all appliances that are there in the house.
Those are the things that are usually, you know, you got the issue with, that you care about.
Yeah. So we're testing everything, pretty much everything that's there. So also state standards, we don't have to test pools. We don't have to do any kind of pool inspection. We don't have to test sprinklers. Some people charge extra to test those things. If the pool's there, if there's sprinklers there, we're going to test them. I don't charge anything extra. So we're testing the sprinklers, we're testing the pool. If somebody wants a little bit,
that's a big deal here.
Yes, there's a lot of houses here with pools and sprinklers. So we're not nickel and diamond people. We're gonna test those systems. We do have a little bit more in-depth pool inspection that we can offer, that we do charge a little extra for if someone wants it. On the pool, we do a basic visual instructional, you know, inspection, mechanical and structural on the pool. We do have an electronic leak detection tool that we can offer for leak detection if somebody wants to opt for that. It is an extra fee. It's an expensive tool, so we do have to charge to use it. But we do have that option where we try to be like a one-stop shop for everybody. So we do as much as we can in our regular inspection, in our full comprehensive inspection. Then we have a few add-ons, you know, like our sewer scope. If somebody wants their sewer lines checked,
that's new,
we do have the ability to do sewer scopes for an extra fee. And that extra fee is going to be a lot cheaper than trying to call in a plumber or a roto-rooter or somebody who's going to charge $300 to $350 usually to do that. We're already in the house, so we charge $149 to check out the sewer line because we're already there. So and we're also a non we don't have any interest in selling them anything. So we're gonna go at it. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna tell them the truth. We're not gonna try and sell them a repair or a replacement or anything that doesn't really need to be done. Sometimes you get guys come in with a sewer scope. They're trying to upsell, try and sell a jetter, try and sell a line repair when there's really nothing wrong or nothing major wrong or nothing that something else couldn't fix. So you're getting our unbiased opinion on that.
Yeah. And I can tell you, I've had clients who I know have asked you in the last couple of weeks, hey, I want this, this, and this inspected. And your guys came back and said, this and this makes sense. This, we'll inspect anything you want, but to us, it doesn't really make sense. This is why you're spending this amount. And I thought, man, you guys just got rid of a sale to help out my client. I just thought that was so impressive.
Well, that's like a lot of times with mold, environmental testing, mold testing. People just automatically say that they want it, and we'll ask them, "Do you have a specific concern? Is there a reason you want it?"
Yep.
And if they say no, I just want it. We'll give them the option. Listen, hey, if we see something while we're there, all of our guys have a mold machine on their truck, then we can always do the testing. Let's see what's going on. Maybe if there's something for concern, then we'll add it. Unless you're dead set on it, then okay, we'll just do it for you if you want to do it. We have some people that say, just go ahead and do it. We want you to do it. Then we have some people that say, oh, you know what, that makes sense. Let's see if there's something of concern, and then we'll go ahead and do it. But I'm not about just upselling the customer. I've been in a lot of jobs where the bosses, the managers, the corporate level will tell you upsell as much as you can, and I'm not about that. I don't want to just sell people stuff to people for no reason. I want to take care of my customers,
Yes.
And all my guys understand that, and all my guys are the same way.
Yep. Yeah, I can't. How many inspectors you got? I've met Chris, I've met Javi.
So I've got a total of 4 plus myself currently, and we're working on bringing in a 5th. So I've got Chris, I've got Javi, I've got Nick, and I've got Miles. Chris has been with me the longest, and he actually just got his certified master inspector.
On that, congratulations, buddy. Yeah.
Yep, he just got that designation, his certified master inspector, and that's what all my guys. That's what all my guys are working towards. So you can't even get that until you're in the business for 3 years.
And what
you got to be in the business. What's that?
What does it take to get that? What do you got to do?
Certain training, pass certain tests. You got to be in the business for a minimum of 3 years, and you had to have completed at least 1,000 inspections on your own. Now, Chris has done way more than that. I mean, Chris was side by side with me. Yeah. So. Early on, I had some growing pains trying to find good people. So Chris was my first guy, and he's a great guy. So we were slammed, and it was really hard for him to get all of his licensing requirements done to get his license because of how busy we were. I mean, we were doing everything we could to get everybody in, to get everybody taken care of. There was times that we had nothing available. We were slammed up. Our day was full. We had an 8, 11, a 2, and a 5 already. And I said, you know what? Is the house vacant, or does the seller care if we come at 5 in the morning? And we would go at 5 in the morning before 8 o'clock and do that job to get them in and get them taken care of. But like I said, we were running ragged and working so much with the 2 of us as a team in one truck that it was hard for him to get his licensing requirements done. So in the beginning, he probably did 2,000 inspections side by side with me. And then since he's been licensed and out on his own, he's probably done close to at least another 1,500 to 2,000.
Dude, that is wild. He's incredible though. Not only is he good at inspecting a home, but he is phenomenal when it comes to interacting with your clients who are freaking out because maybe this is the first house they've ever bought, or they're dealing with some sort of issue on the inspection they've never seen. And so the way that he interacts with them and walks them through, I get that this is scary, but this is what it means. This is what the solution is. This is maybe how much it costs. And then they're like, oh, I get it. Okay. And then they can make a reasonable, logical decision.
Yeah, and that's the thing for me. Just to give you a little bit of background about how I do end up getting my guys and bringing my guys in here. I'm looking for personality, people skills, and communication. I don't need anything else. As long as they have basic knowledge, I can teach them everything, how to inspect. And I prefer people that don't have experience inspecting. I would actually prefer to have somebody, if they have experience in the trades, awesome. But I prefer to not have somebody with experience in inspecting because we have a very specific system and a very specific way of how we do things, how we talk to people, how we explain things. And it's hard to break people of old habits sometimes. So it takes a little bit longer for me to train my guys, but I've trained every single one of my guys to do things the exact same way. The only guy that I haven't trained is my newest guy, Miles, and Chris trained him because Chris, he's basically me in a smaller body.
Awesome.
So as we've been growing and I've had to deal with more of the business end of things, I haven't been out in the field as much. So now Chris is actually my training inspector.
Okay, so now tell me about the warranties that you guys offer, and tell me before we get into that, what is a pre-inspection, and then let that lead into what does the warranty cover for me as a seller, and whether it's a pre-inspection or it's an inspection after a pending agreement, what does that cover for the buyer?
Okay, so pre-inspection is before you list your house or as your house is listed, you're being preemptive and you're getting an inspection for yourself as a seller to know the condition of your house. Usually it's done right before you list it.
Yep.
You talk to an agent, you're getting ready to list it. You want to have an idea of the condition of your house so that your agent and you can really make a educated decision on how to price the house. If there's certain repairs that you want to make that could really make a difference in the cost of the house, or I don't want to make any repairs. Here's total disclosure. I've had it inspected. This is why it's priced here,
Yep.
and here you go. So that's a pre-listing inspection. Our warranties go on those as well. And for the pre-listing inspection side, the warranties are actually a little bit longer. So any of our warranties that are 90 days go to 120 days, and they're all transferable to the buyer. So if a buyer comes in and you still have time left on that warranty, which one of the warranties is a 5-year roof warranty. So that 5-year roof warranty can be transferred to the new buyer.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you can market the house as coming with a 5-year roof warranty.
Yep. That's pretty amazing.
Nice little marketing advantage there.
Yeah.
You know, it's been pre-inspected. Here's total disclosure. You've got a 5-year roof warranty. Here you go. When we're inspecting for a buyer, now we're coming in after the fact, after a deal has already been made, which is what I love about the pre-listing inspections. The pre-listing inspections really can reduce or completely eliminate double negotiations, putting out inspection fires. Because here's the thing, most homeowners, they're not specialists in whatever field that there's a problem in their house.
Yep.
So they don't know. So they're not being deceptive. They're not trying to deceive anybody when they're saying that, hey, the house is in good shape. I don't know of any major issues.
Yeah.
And then when a buyer's inspector comes in and finds something, some buyers automatically, they don't trust people. Oh my God, they knew, they were trying to deceive me, this and that. And it causes some tension. But you've already negotiated, like you just said, you negotiated $45,000 off the price of that house before it ever got to inspection.
We haven't talked about that on the show yet. That was pre-show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Nobody go look at my sales right now. You're going to see it.
So let's say you negotiated that amount of money off of the house already before
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just hypothetical. You've negotiated that amount of money off of a house prior to inspection.
Yeah.
Let's say the home inspector comes in and finds a roof leak, a panel, an electrical panel that the insurance companies won't insure. Now these are considered something that's somewhat of a major issue. I mean, nothing's too major that can't be fixed.
Yeah.
But these are considered something that the buyer's probably going to want the seller to take care of. Well, now they've either got to take more money off the price of the house, or they have to pay to get this fixed. And you guys already went through these negotiations. Now you're losing more money. You're wasting more time. You're having to do an addendum. If you do a pre-listing inspection, it negates all of that. It gets rid of all of it.
Whatever your initial offer is probably the last offer.
Exactly. It saves a lot of time.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of time, a lot of headache. One of the other really cool things about our pre-listing package, the warranty company that we work with, Residential Warranty Services, backs our pre-listing inspections with a mortgage guarantee. So basically a no delay mortgage guarantee. So if there's any delays due to a buyer's inspector coming in and finding something that delays closing, they will pay the seller's mortgage up to $5,000 a month for 3 months.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So my client got a pre-inspection with DBJ, and it says ABC is wrong. But the buyer says, dude, that guy's got an ugly beard, man. I want a new inspector. So they get a new inspector with a nice clean-shaven face, and that guy comes in and says, ABC, D is wrong with the house. And then that delays the closing. Your warranty company for up to 3 months covers up to $5,000 a month of mortgage payments because of that delayed closing. Is that right?
Yes, sir. They guarantee it.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're basically, that's the whole point of a pre-listing inspection, is to prevent delays. So they are backing us and guaranteeing there will be no delays on that closing, and putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, whenever I go into a listing, I always recommend a pre-listing, and I always say get the pre-listing for that exact reason, right? If you're going to get the $5,000 off because I don't like ABC, you don't want it after you've emotionally attached to whatever that initial agreement is. You want to know what that is in that initial agreement, right? So I say, hey, get the pre-listing done, and there's going to be 12 things that pop up. They're really not going to be that big a deal, but the buyers are going to make it look like a big deal. So just go fix those 12 things. And then if you fix it yourself, take the Home Depot receipt and staple it to the report and write, I did this on January 4th. I did this on January 6th. If you get Joe Harm, the most amazing handyman in Port St. Lucie, to do it, you get him to give you a receipt, you staple it, and you say Joe Harm did it on January 7th. And now the buyer comes in and it feels like a big warm hug, man.
And that's the other nice thing too. Not only do we include one free reinspection with our buyers' inspections, we do it on our pre-listing inspections too. So if our sellers decide that they want to fix anything that's on the report, get it all fixed, and we'll come in and we'll reinspect it, and we'll go now for the seller, we'll go through and we'll amend that report and take any receipts that they give us and attach it to that defect and say, this was fixed this date, it was reinspected, this was fixed, here's the receipt. So that they can give that to potential buyers.
Yeah. Brendan Pritchard just asked, do you do WinMit in 4-point inspections? And I'll go a step further and say, what's a WinMit and what's a 4-point inspection?
Okay, so those are the insurance inspections. So wind mitigation is going to get you discounts on your insurance. They ask for it on pretty much every house. We get asked for it on a lot of new construction houses even, because on the new construction houses, they're trying to verify the opening protection. Because sometimes somebody makes a mistake and doesn't cover something with a shutter or doesn't put an impact glass where it's supposed to be impact glass. So they're trying to verify that. So even on new construction, they're asking us for them most of the time. Now the 4-point, your typical 4-point is 30 plus years old. So once a house hits 30 years old, they want a 4-point. It is giving the age and condition of the 4 major components of the home: plumbing, HVAC, roof, and electrical. Okay, so there's certain things they don't want to insure. There's certain electrical panels brands that had issues that they don't want to insure. Certain types of plumbing that they don't want to insure. So these are things that they're looking for, that they want to know that's on that form. State form, we got to fill it out and back it up with certain pictures. So we do all of the insurance inspections. We also do WDO inspections, wood destroying organism, termite inspections. So in the state of Florida, you have to have a separate license for that. Most home inspectors can't do their own termite inspections. They have to schedule it with a separate company. As we were growing, it was getting very difficult to get a company that could keep up with our volume of inspections that we were doing that needed termite inspections. It was hard to get them there at the same time. Then you got to call multiple people in at the gate if it's a gated community, so forth and so on. So I actually have a pest control company. I don't do pest control side. I only did it so that I could do my own termite inspections. So we do our own termite inspections. We do pretty much everything in-house except for septic. Septic inspections, we refer out to Paul Carroll. We will set it up with him. He bills us so that the customer only has to pay one person, and we'll upload his report for the customer as soon as he gets it out to us.
That's the only dude I've ever met here who does septic inspections. Is there anybody else?
He's kind of the main man. There's lots of other people that do it.
He's got like 98% market share, man.
Yeah, and he covers a wide range.
We cover a wide range. I do like 7 a day, and I go from here. And I was like, "How do you do that? That's nuts."
We go from Palm Beach, basically from Boca, all the way to Titusville. All the way through the end of the Space Coast, and we go out to Okeechobee, Indian Town. But yeah, Paul Carroll has been doing it for over 30 years. The guy is amazing. He really knows his stuff. I trust him. He has no vested interest in trying to sell anybody anything, because all he does is inspections. So a lot of times if you call out a septic company that does pumping, that does septic replacements, drain field replacements, A lot of times they have a vested interest in trying to sell something. So if it's coming from him, I know it's straight. I know he's not giving me any BS.
So I'm a realtor. I do a pre-inspection on my listing. What do you guys do for me?
Okay, so we've got multiple pre-listing packages. So we've got one that starts at $100. That's basic nuts and bolts. It's a small checklist. We're checking for the big stuff that's going to cause, holdups in deals. It's going to cause deals to fall through. So we're looking for insurability issues and like any kind of major issues with any of the major systems. It's kind of a 4-point on steroids, so to speak. Okay, that one's $100. We have quite a few agents that actually just pay for that one, and they do it on all of their listings as a bonus to their clients, and it helps because it helps them do their job. It helps them to be able to price the house better, and avoid any major issues. Then we could do a full comprehensive inspection, just like we do for a buyer. And then we have a more advanced package that is not only doing the full inspection, just like we would do for any buyer that's coming in, but we can also help market the house, help bring in potential leads with lead generation signs in the yard. If the house would go up on inspectedhouses.com, same as if it was on like realtor.com or any of those kind of sites, or up on the MLS, anything like that. It's going to go up on that site. The sign that goes in the yard has a text code on it with a phone number. Anybody that texts that number that is interested in the house, their information automatically goes to the listing agent that has the listing on the house.
And then I pay you 35%, or how does that work?
What's that?
And then I got to pay you 35%, or how does that work?
No. So here's the thing. The person who pays the most money that Inspected Houses makes their money off of is us, the inspector, to be able to offer the service. So realtors actually only pay $99 a year to be a realtor member. Yeah. Now, that's there to separate so that it's not like we're giving you something and all of that, okay? So that's there so that there's a platform for everything to go through. It would go up on the inspectedhouses.com, and unlike most of those other sites, anything that comes in off of that house, off of your listing, you're getting those leads.
Yep.
So it could potentially increase double-ended sides of a deal, getting the buyer and the seller. Yeah. It could increase your buyer's leads, even if they don't end up wanting that house and they don't have a realtor already. You have an interested buyer. We can upload the report on that site. They can purchase the report for $20 if they want to. And that $20 goes back to the seller toward reimbursement for the pre-listing inspection. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of ways that we can help you guys promote the house, a lot of ways that we can help you guys potentially get leads off the house, help the seller get the house sold, and help them recoup some of the money from the inspection if they want to allow us to put that inspection report up there.
All right, my man Rick Cruz is asking, do you guys cover Palm Beach County?
Yes, sir, we do. We cover all of Palm Beach County. So we cover from like I was saying earlier, from Boca all the way to Titusville, and then out to Okeechobee and Indian County.
Awesome. What am I missing, man? You've covered a lot of stuff in 28 minutes. Is there anything I'm missing that you guys do?
Just to give a quick rundown on the warranty package that we offer. Again, this is something we don't have to do. We pay for this out of our pocket every month. We pay per inspection to provide this warranty package, and we never raised our prices when we started doing this. So this warranty package, if you had the perfect storm and you could use every single coverage of it to its limits, it has a total limit of about $100,000. So, I mean, there's some really good coverages in there. Just to give a quick rundown, we've got a 90-day structural and mechanical. This 90-day warranty covers all of the kitchen appliances. Now, there are certain limits. So the kitchen appliances, AC, water heater, that kind of stuff, it covers them up to 10 years old. So as soon as they hit 11 years old, they're out of the age range where it covers. They do offer an extended warranty that the customer could buy, your typical, 12-month, 1-year home warranty. But the nice thing is, if they get that warranty, if they opt for it, which a lot of times I'll recommend it if we have a lot of older appliances, they will extend that to 18 months for free, no extra charge, and after 6 months because we inspected the house. And there's no pre-existing conditions. So a lot of places you have a 90-day waiting period. If anything happens within 90 days, they consider pre-existing. they go based off our inspection report because we do so much business with them. They trust us. They know we're going in inspecting that house. If it's not on our inspection report, it's not considered pre-existing. So we've got that 90-day structural and mechanical, covers roof leaks, it covers structural issues, covers all sorts of stuff. We have a 90-day on the underground water and sewer lines called Sewer Guard from the house out to the street. Even if we have not done a sewer scope and we can't see those lines, if they get a break from the house out to the street within 90 days, they've got $4,000 coverage. Okay. If we do a sewer scope and everything looks good, that coverage automatically gets extended to a year, 1 full year from the time of the inspection.
Yeah.
Okay. We have our mold safe 90-day warranty. If there's no visual signs of mold in the house and something pops up later, just to give you an example, we had a client. We're not supposed to move people's appliances. They had a refrigerator that was shoved in the hole that it built for it. They decided to change the refrigerator when they moved in. There was nothing wrong with it. It was working. They just decided to change it. When they pulled it out, that refrigerator had been condensating on the wall behind it, and there was mold. They got covered under our mold safe and only had to out of pocket $200 for the deductible on the mold safe.
And what do you think they saved?
And it was an $1,800 bill.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah. And they only had to come out of pocket $200, and they were ecstatic. This was a single mom, spent pretty much everything she had to get into the house. She was so happy. She actually did a video review for us because she was so happy that we helped her out with this. So because she really didn't have the money to cover it otherwise.
Yeah.
So we've got that mold safe. If we do a termite inspection, we have a 6-month termite warranty. So if any new infestation happens, if we have a clear termite report and any new infestation happens, they'll cover treatment up to 6 months. Okay. Then we have our 5-year roof warranty. This is my favorite one and the one that everybody loves, because everybody's first question when they walk in a house, oh, hey, how was my roof?
Holds the roof. Yeah.
So they get 5 years on the roof, $3,000 coverage for 5 years against leaks. So if it leaks, and it doesn't matter what condition that roof is in, as long as that roof is not leaking at the time of inspection, doesn't matter how old it is, what condition it's in. If it leaks within 5 years, they've got $3,000 coverage. And the nice part is, let's say it is a really old roof, and they know, hey, I got to replace it within a year or two or something like that. They feel a little bit better about having that coverage. God forbid it does start to leak. And then on top of it, if they do get a leak, let's say in 2 years, and they're ready to replace it, they get an estimate to fix that leak to put into the warranty company. The warranty company doesn't care what they do with the money. They get that money, they can put it toward the new roof.
Really?
So, yeah. So the 5-year roof warranty is amazing. It's like I said, it's one of my favorite warranties. It's one of my clients' favorite warranties. It's a great thing for our customers. It provides a lot of peace of mind. And then on top of that, we have a full 1-year structural warranty that covers up to the total aggregate limit on that structural warranty is $100,000, but it'll cover $7,000 per issue.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
So
is that enough? Yeah. Is that enough? My Lord.
We do a lot of extra stuff for our clients that we don't have to do, but it's something that I want to do to protect my clients, because you never know what's going to happen. So much stuff can happen within a short time, especially with electronic and mechanical components. Things just break out of nowhere. That's exactly what happens. It's working 1 second, and then the next second it stops. We get a lot of calls. My oven was working for the first 2 days, and now it's not working. And the kicker is, it's always followed by, how'd you guys miss that? Yeah. And we didn't miss it. It's like, wait, you just said it was working for the first 2 days, so how are you saying that we missed it? But the nice thing is, with us, okay, well, listen, it was working when we were there. You just told us it was working for the first 2 days. It's definitely not something that we missed, but we've got you covered. Yep. Here's what you do. Let's get a claim started. Let's get you some coverage. Let's get you taken care of. Instead of, oh, well, it was fine when I was there. I'm sorry. you got, it's not my problem. So with us, let's get you taken care of. Let's help. It's not my problem, and I don't have any responsibility to you.
So Brendan is asking, here's a softball for you. What does the 5-year roof warranty cost?
We don't charge anything. These warranties all come with our full inspections. Yeah.
Oh.
So if somebody's getting a full comprehensive home inspection, this whole package is included. We don't charge anything extra.
It's my man right there. Here, I'll give you another softball. Here's a job for Hoppy. Hoppy, you got to drop off some business cards for Mr. Pritchard here. He's got an insurance company, and he's got to help sell you guys, man.
Awesome.
Well, hey, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Mr. Pritchard, please post up your address of your office so that I can get my marketing guy out there.
I'll get it for you right after this, bud. I've got his information.
Okay. Awesome.
Bud, seriously, I appreciate it so much. I truly love to have people on that I personally love, that have a business that I feel values other people. And that's exactly what you guys are. You guys are head and shoulders above a lot of the people in this area. And for that reason, I have no problem confidently giving out your names to all my clients. I will continue to. And it's an absolute pleasure to have you on, man. Now, I've got your DBJ website in the comments, but if they want to find you on Instagram, Facebook, where do they find you guys?
Facebook is just DBJ Home Inspections. I don't think I'm on Instagram. I gotta check.
You are on Instagram. What's wrong with you? All right, we're gonna look up your Instagram for you right now. But
I might have a personal Instagram, but I don't use it very often, to be honest with you.
I'm telling you, dude, it's DBJ _home _inspections. But I can see Brittany runs it. Yeah, so that's your wife. Yeah, thank God you're married.
I didn't even know. I apologize. But just to give you just one more thing out there about our customer service, our phones are answered 24/7. We do have office staff. Brittany answers. Brittany is our office staff manager. Obviously, she answers the phone a lot of the times. We have other in-house office staff, and then after hours, we do have a backup office that covers all of our calls, so that anybody can call at any time, 24/7. They can get a live person, schedule an inspection. We also have Spanish-speaking office staff, and we have Spanish-speaking inspectors.
And guys, I wasn't kidding. I'm a horrible friend. I have many times texted Brittany at 10:32 p.m. on a Sunday, and every time she gets back to me right away, asks me for all the information she needs, and she's on it, man. She's amazing.
Listen, when I said I run my business like a family, I'm being honest. If I'm up at 3 a.m. and you text or call me, I am gonna answer that call or I'm gonna answer that text. I don't care. My phone, if you need me, I'm there.
Well, bud, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all this great information, and hopefully I'll be giving you a call soon, my man.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on, brother. Appreciate it.
Take care. It's doing it again. I don't know why this won't sign out. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to hang up, bub, but have a good one.
All right. Later, bro.